Well, a safety alert tonight. A little less than 400 Alabama inmates have been released since a new law took effect January 31st.
Governor Kay Ivey says the prisoner early release law is a pro-public safety and pro-common sense measure. Some state senators, along with the Mobile County Sheriff, think otherwise. NBC 15's Lisa Labrignac joins us now.
Now, Lisa, one local senator has introduced a bill to push this law back another 7 years.
Yeah, Senator Elliot says such a delay will allow for more data to be collected to see if this push from the governor is actually going to work instead of releasing more inmates.
386 inmates have been released from Alabama prisons since January 31st. The Alabama Department of Corrections says it will continue the process of transferring eligible inmates to the supervision of the Alabama Bureau of Pardons and Paroles.
The governor's position is that this is a pro-public safety bill. I just don't understand how letting dangerous criminals out of jail is pro-public safety. I think it's contrary to public safety, and I think when you talk to law enforcement officers, district attorneys, and the Attorney General himself, they'll tell you this is not good for public safety.
And we did talk to a seasoned law enforcement official, the Sheriff of Mobile County, Paul Birch.
You know, the optimistic side of me wants to think that, you know, maybe they've been rehabilitated, but you know, I've been doing this too long to know that that's usually not the case.
But Governor Kay Ivey thinks the law is ready to go now, pointing out the requirements for continued supervision of inmates after release with ankle monitoring and drug testing. Alabama State Senator Elliot is saying not so fast, introducing Senate Bill 7 to put a pause to this until 2030.
I think what's important is simply to take the data we're going to have from the criminals that we have already released under this law and see if this is working.
The ADOC says it will continue the process of transferring inmates to the supervision of the Alabama Bureau of Pardons and Paroles twice a month. Once inmates are processed, they're fitted with an ankle monitor and then go under the supervision period until the end of their sentence. Birch is backing the push to pause it until 2030.
And I felt like they tried to keep it quiet initially, and then just there's no way to keep the lid on something like that. You know, anytime there's something that occurs like that, you should immediately at least, you know, notify the general public and you know, be open about it. Because I can just tell you the very first bulletin that I saw several weeks ago said, you know, law enforcement sensitive, do not release to the media. You know, if you're not trying to hide anything, why would you put out something like that?
Inmates convicted of a sex offense involving a child under 12 are excluded from transfer to mandatory supervision, along with any offenders serving life sentences. The release of eligible inmates is based upon the length of their sentence. Andrea, Kim.